Diaspora means the spreading of culture around the globe. It really speaks to the transatlantic slave trade that occurred and colonization as a whole, where African descendants were spread all over the continent.
I'm coming down. Can't let no one come control me. Keep dancing and call it love. She fights him up falling slowly.
The whole purpose of Diaspora is to really focus on the African influence globally. So that's what makes our program different than a Black History Month program, is because we're not only talking about historical moments, but we're talking about cultural influences, the arts, literature. So it's about the triumph and the tragedy, and it's about telling that whole story.
Black woman, you have such a beautiful, powerful spirit inside you. I can see it when your eyes glisten. And what is written in these lines is for you to find the beauty that shines in your beautiful brown skin.
Believe it or not, it was advocacy of the students that were able to bring this amazing cultural program for empowerment for all students to life.
There were students who were actively taking the African American voice class, and what they realized is that they did not see where our school was having an active celebration of Black History Month.
Next day, thousands of white people descended, looting Greenwood's businesses and setting fire to homes. Black residents fought back.
Any race can come and learn about the history and stuff that Black people had, and struggles they had and all that stuff. So it's basically for any race to come out and see it show.
Dear Africa, I miss my people, how they can turn anything into song on beat, always with a key, slow in rhythm and fast in rap.
It impacts our community as a whole because students get to see the talents, but it's not a talent show. People dance, people sing, people share speeches of their cultures.
Why are you so afraid? Afraid of your history when the truth is that you and me come from the same blood. The only difference between us is that I realize and recognize the Black beauty inside of me despite the lies, so help me open your eyes.
I think Diaspora is important for everyone to see because it highlights African pride and the cultures, and I think it's important for people to be aware of it. We go to a school that's like really, really big. We have a whole bunch of kids from different places, and it's really easy to just be coming to school like lost, not really like feeling like you have a place. So Diaspora really brings out that side of people that they don't really show. We get to showcase our talents and what we are like outside of school, our cultures, like what we go home to.
Genuinely blessed that, because not everyone has this, not everyone, we see what it means to be Black on TV, but what it means to be Black from a point of inspiration, not even necessarily Black, what it means to be cultured. Every time we do this, every time someone here sees it, we're culturing someone and we're changing their view. We're opening their eyes up to something they've never seen before. That's what I love about it. So I truly feel blessed for our school to have this.
By AD 1000, several Muslim societies had established themselves in Africa, and many Africans converted to the Islamic religion and way of life.
Being part of such an interesting, diverse, intelligent group is one of the benefits of the Gahanna community as a whole. And what I love about being part of Diaspora is that the people in Diaspora are not afraid to express their minority heritage, their culture, their pride, and it doesn't attack other people. It just shows everybody that you should be proud of yourself and not only of how you look on the outside, but how you look on the inside.
Until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another race inferior is finally and permanently discredited and destroyed. That until there are no longer first-class and second-class citizens of any nation. That until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes.
I feel as if I'm not overlooked and I have a platform to represent where I'm from, my background. And I feel like the teachers taking initiative of having a Black History Month show, because I know some schools don't do that, that's really cool because it gives us as students an opportunity to represent and educate.
Please remember the hungry African children who doesn't $8 a day, can pretend to care, pretend to know, pretend you are the solution and not the problem.
Ibombe.
It makes people just like aware, and it shows the diversity, and it shows everything that Black people have went through, and it makes just people like know just about. I kind of think it brings our schools together also, because people start to realize this is important.
Our school, Gahanna Lincoln, has so many different like people who come from different places and who look different, like not just here. And for us to be able to embrace that is so important because it makes people feel welcome and accepted, and that's so important.
You judge me by the scarf I wear around my head, calling me a terrorist when I myself am scared of the people killing my people.
How can you wear that when it's so hot outside? Don't you have hair under that thing? This is America, take it off.
I think it's important to kind of get the word out, like, because each year it gets bigger and bigger. We got awards for this event, so it's like really important for everyone to know about it, because you learn something when you come, you feel things, you express your feelings, you get to learn something new every time.
Today, we are able to recognize multiple Black men and women as they are in positions of power in our states, cities, and nations.
It makes me feel like good and welcome, and like I have a place in the school.
I am gonna be, they love to talk about diversity, ain't that sweet? And then they go ahead and kill on the black sheep. After you hear my words of enlightenment.
What it really shows is it shows that the school is loving and accepting of all diversities. Say two students bumped into each other outside of class, they got into a heated argument, but then came to Diaspora, they found the love for the same music, dancing, fashion culture. Now they're best friends, you know, I just like how it brings people together, really.
Gahanna is more diverse than the schools around them. It's almost kind of like a representation of America. We are a mixing pot. We have so many different cultures. So why not express what we have in our school and show not just the people in our school, but those in our community what we are, and how we represent ourselves is by our fashion, by our culture, by our talents, by the facts and the truth and history that make us what we are today.
The one thing that makes our school beautiful, our district beautiful, is that we have students who come from all walks of life. The key thing is, if we're going to make people global citizens, you have to be able to understand the experiences of others. And so when empathy is really only developed when we allow ourselves to rest and really experience the daily walk that people go through.
My destination determined, see, I'm the best behaved. To say that we together, but now we separated. The reparations we making, but we still segregated.
Diaspora has taught me to go back to my roots and remember where I came from and remember how important that is, and to not lose it no matter where I go or what I want to do in life, that a good tree is founded in its roots and it's never going to grow, it's never going to reach anybody, its limbs, its branches aren't going to go anywhere if its roots aren't good.
This program really does bring a realistic perspective just to the human experience, particularly the Black human experience in America.
Will it change? Will it change?
Yes, there's struggles, but there's also joy. And in the midst of oppression and suppression, you also have cultivation and creation and innovation.
When you're not strong.
So I think it's just really showcases the importance of the whole human experience, and that all these things, all these emotions, all of these realities are here to really help us grow as a whole and to, once again, create a certain level of understanding and love, really true understanding of what it means to be human in America.
I don't care if I come off as militant, and I don't care if I come off as mean. Because as far as I'm concerned, these are just the thoughts of a young Black queen.